Hey, what's going on YouTube? Big D here, and it's time to review The Last Man on Earth, Season 1, Episode 5, titled Dunk the Skunk, and Episode 6, Some Friggin' Fat Guy. This is a spoiler review for both. It was a 1-hour event on Fox, and for the next 2 weeks they're going to have back-to-back episodes of 1 hour, 1 hour. So yeah, so freaking awesome, and a spoiler review. If you've not seen the episode, go to fox.com/The Last Man on Earth, and watch it there, come back. Should take me less than 2 minutes to recap both of the episodes, just less than 2 minutes, and then pros and cons and final score at the end. Thanks so much. I just reviewed The Walking Dead, check that out, and also I reviewed Insurgent. If you guys are in the movie fans, go check it out. So first off, for Dunk the Skunk, episode 5, Phil cries to Carol about having sex with Melissa, and he kind of just, he fakes it because he's like, and Will Forte brings it on, and it's so, you know, obviously she's gonna know that he's faking and everything, but just the way he's doing it, like, okay, it's super awesome, and how he does it. He really does a weird facial reactions. That's what I love about Will Forte, and he just brings it on his most of trying to say, like, I don't want our babies to, you know, have sex with each other. That's why I need to do Melissa and Carol so we could have 2 different babies. But then I'm thinking to myself, have they ever thought, what happens if Carol has a boy and she has a boy? Then, I mean, yeah, that's gonna be a little bit tough, ain't it? I mean, they could always have second babies, but you have to wait years for that, and blah blah blah. You get my drift. So they end up having a fight, and basically Melissa is angry also. Kind of Carol and Melissa, and all of them aren't talking. They're kind of separated from each other. So there's this guy driving. He's driving a big, fast car. And I just like how he's doing Dunk the Skunk. He's like trying to say, like, guys, come out here. You guys can dunk me. I'm going to dunk the skunk, you know, do it. And he's like, when I grew up, I mean, I'm just trying to make amends. You guys are rude. At least when I was young, people actually came and acknowledged it. I love it. So they end up getting all back together, all 3 of them in a room, and Carol was like, the rules, and she talks about it, and she's basically saying, like, what you can do, you can only have sex with Melissa 3 times or something. So it was very, excuse me for my hair, I'm sorry, I didn't get to do it that good. And basically just talking about the rules of sex for Melissa and Carol. Now, he's about to have sex with Melissa. They're doing preparations. He has chocolate, dark chocolate for my lady. And he just outdid it. And there's fireworks and a guitar and an amp. And I don't know how you do it without power. I guess there is power, but, you know, science. And basically, Todd arrives. We have a new character named Todd. Bill Miller is not the last man on Earth. No, it's Todd, and he is a fat guy. And you know what? That's freaking awesome. Some diversity. I love it. He's so cool, Todd. That's episode 5, the ending Dunk the Skunk. Now we're going to episode 6, titled Some Friggin' Fat Guy. So he tells this story about how he was bullied. He meets Carol and everything, and they're all just bonding. And Shawshank Redemption's his favorite movie. And Phil's trying to, like, he's all jealous because he's talking to Melissa. He didn't get to have sex with her and everything. And he's, you know, another guy, you know, after 2 years, it's kind of a weird thing. You think he would want to bond with Todd, but he doesn't like Todd much. So Todd and Melissa go mini golfing. Phil stalks them. Also, Carol does fake vomiting. She does chunks, everything, like soup and everything, and Todd and them don't see her doing it, but does the sound, and he's like, ugh. So they had fun, and Phil is jealous, obviously, and they play tennis, all 4 of them, and he takes off his shirt, like a shirt versus skins, and Todd does it anyway, and he has this scar, and he basically tells a story about, like, a kidney transplant for his foster brother, and it makes Melissa and them more, aww, and then Melissa and Todd are making out on the side of the building, and at the end, basically Phil goes, apologizes to Melissa, and reveals his secrets and says, I love you, and basically, he's like, do you feel the same way about me? And she's like, no. And he's like, I was just practicing. I'm going to say this to Carol. And he walks off. But he did introduce her to all the balls. Gary and Busey and Anton. I love that one. Not Busey. Overall, what did I think about this episode, man, for The Last Man on Earth? Both episodes. First off, my pros. It's funny. I laughed out loud with the Dunk the Skunk about him going in the water. That was funny. Todd's scenes were very funny. Phil being jealous, very funny. I like the direction on where this is going. No more introducing no more characters. If you're going to introduce another guy or girl, do it around the last 2-3 episodes, but I think this is perfect for season 1. Just have these 4 cast members, you're good. Just continue with the story, how you're doing it, but no more characters until season 2, if there is a season 2. Godspeed. Todd, the character himself, he's a very fun, interesting, dynamic character to bring on screen and to work with all the cast members and follow on the cast and the feelings. There's emotion, there's sadness, there's romantic, there's comedy in here. There's a little bit of both, a little bit of everything. I do enjoy that a lot. And the second episode, the Some Freaking Fat Guy, is the best from Dunk the Skunk. I'll get into that. My only cons really is the first episode, Dunk the Skunk, was a little bit slow, and it tried to be funny. It tried to force funny down our throats the first 10 to 15 minutes of the episode. It didn't work so well for that until he did the Dunk the Skunk diving. And also the beginning, again, 10-15 minutes in, it was really just not, I wasn't feeling it until the 20 minutes in. And, Phil didn't have no sex, and I was kind of like, dang, him and Melissa would have had fun. Oh, not really, Melissa wouldn't have had fun, but, I thought they were really going to, But, yeah, no. So overall, I'm going to give Dunk the Skunk a solid B, and Some Friggin' Fat Guy a A. So overall, an A- for this week's 2 episodes, which was great because I laughed a lot, and I think the cast, just 4 members. I mean, one guy could bring a whole show to its knees and have everyone applauding. But out of these 4, I mean, Carol got to shine, Melissa got to shine, Todd got to shine a lot for a new character, and Phil, Phil, that Wolf Forte voice, so, I love it all. And bring the beard back, man. He's finally getting the scrubbiness again next week, but, yeah. You shaved your chest. Did you shave yours? JK. I love it all. Anyway, see you guys next week for episode 7, which she drives me crazy, and episode 8, moving on up. No, it's not moving on up, but it's moving in. Until next week, hope all of you enjoyed, and I'm going to be reviewing Get Hart next week with Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell, so check that out on my channel later. Subscribe. Comment down below, tell me your favorite parts of The Last Man on Earth, and what do you think about Todd? Yeah. The Spock be with you always.